Egyptians and Turks are close culturally, and their countries have long historical ties. But when it comes to politics, the country's leaders are miles apart.
Tayyip Erdogan niçin Sisi ile görüşmüyor diyenlere cevap veriyorum. Aracı olanlar oluyor, geliyor zaman zaman. Ben böyle bir kişiyle asla görüşmem.
Those comments came after Egypt executed 9 men found guilty of killing the Egyptian Prosecutor General in 2015. In court, the men said that they only confessed to the murder because they were tortured, but that wasn't enough to save them. On the Egyptian side, the foreign ministry hit back at Turkey, saying that Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan once again speaks to us about Egypt and its political leadership, clearly showing hatred. Erdogan's reaction to the executions in Egypt was different to the European Union's. On February the 24th, only days after the executions, EU leaders were guests of Egyptian President Fattah Sisi at the first summit of the European Union and the Arab League. And while some EU leaders made cursory statements about human rights, Sisi used his podium to defend the executions. The feeling among Egypt's critics and in Ankara is that the EU has been hypocritical in emphasizing human rights and then sharing the red carpet with Sisi. Turkey's position goes all the way back to 2013. Before Egypt's coup in July of that year, Erdogan had been a close ally of Egypt's first democratically elected president, Mohamed Morsi. And he stayed loyal to him, even as Morsi has spent the past 5 years in prison. Now, Egypt and Turkey don't share ambassadors, and thousands of Egyptian exiles have fled to Turkey. 5 years on from Sisi taking power in Egypt, there are very few signs of a reconciliation between Cairo and Ankara. Egypt is allied with Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates, countries that have shown themselves to be unfriendly to Turkey in recent years. And Turkey, on the other hand, has allied with Qatar, the country being blockaded by Cairo, Riyadh and Abu Dhabi. And there's another spanner in the works. Last September, Egypt signed a deal with Cyprus that may eventually lead to a gas pipeline between the two countries. But there's one side that's been left out of the conversation over the deal: the Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus. Turkey is the only state that recognises Northern Cyprus, and Ankara says that they need to be included in any deal. And so, the potential is for even more complications in this already broken relationship, and no signs that Egypt and Turkey are getting back together anytime soon. Abubakar al Shamahi, Straight Talk.